20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out 1 for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the Coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
The Florida Atlantic man, Greg Joseph, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Philadelphia Eagles going to set up shop here offensively with their quarterback Carson Wentz, a guy really that you got to feel for. You know, he had to sit on the sideline and watch Nick Foles be the hero the last couple of postseasons. This year was finally healthy, making his first postseason start, and then got knocked out of the game in the first quarter after just 4 pass attempts.
So unfortunate, because his number one goal coming into this season was to be the starting quarterback for his Philadelphia team in all 16 regular season games, and he did that. Then he gets his first playoff start, healthy, able to lead his team at home with a chance to beat Seattle. And as you noted, 4 pass attempts about 9 minutes into the game, and he's gone. And a lot of people questioning the hit. Remember, he became a runner on that play, not a quarterback. Doesn't get the same protection. Unfortunate what happened, but I thought he had a marvelous finish. Down the stretch where they needed to win, Carson Wentz dragged that team to a 4-0 finish to win a division title.
And all in all, the numbers good. His first 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. So a lot for Wentz to hang his hat on going into the offseason. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Chance to talk about the Titans season as they come back out here. We mentioned it earlier. Everybody knows they came up short in that AFC title game. But you think about early contenders for 2020. Titans have to be right up there. Best running back in the league. A.J. Brown really came on as a #1 receiver. Strong offensive line. But defensively, CD, they were just 21st overall.
But I think that they're going to continue to get better. Remember when they drafted Jeffrey Simmons last year out of Mississippi State, and he came in with a knee injury, and they weren't sure they'd get him to play at all this season? Well, he played, and he played really well down the stretch. So pairing him with Jarrell Casey up front, hard for teams to run the football. And I think behind them, that allowed Rashaan Evans and Jaylen Brown to get better at linebacker. And the secondary is a bunch of ball hawks. I mean, Adoree Jackson, Malcolm Butler, they've got guys who can go get the football. I think that they will rank close to the top 10 in defense next year if they keep everyone intact.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 47 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Time for the Eagles to get the football back here. You look at 2019 for Philadelphia, a lot of what-ifs for the squad, really. They went on a nice run, as you noted, 4 straight wins, won the game that they needed to down the stretch over the Cowboys in Week 16 to essentially win the NFC East. Listen, every team has injuries, some worse than others, but my goodness, you look at the players this team lost over the course of the year, it was really unbelievable, and it really derailed what they had hoped to do.
And let's just keep it to one position. Carson Wentz, their quarterback, 27 touchdown passes, 7 interceptions. But down the stretch, he's throwing to guys like Deontay Burnett out of USC. Tight end Josh Perkins had to step in with the injury to Zach Ertz. And then Greg Ward, a quarterback at the University of Houston, on their practice squad, promoted about 3/4 of the way through the season. He became his primary target. So when you're trying to get it done that way and not throwing to Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson and Nelson Aguilar, that's tough down the stretch. Give the Eagles credit for finding a way to win the NFC East.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the offense, and sometimes you got to show love to the big guys.
That you do. And we're talking about Jason Kelsey now, not Travis, his brother who plays tight end. Jason lines up at center, a threat to go to the Pro Bowl each and every year.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. A look at the defensive starters for Tennessee.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete.
It They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On second down, it's Howard. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. The carry here for the big tight end. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Rush comes and they block it. They try and bring... Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Taking it about the 16.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught. Humphreys. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Down, 30 base.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Come on.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Completes it to Davis. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards the pickup there. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tennessee getting the 1st down on a big play of 18 yards.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
After one, our score 9-3.
On the set.
53 block. Check. 53 block.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27th.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Tannehill. He's got Lewis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Tannehill now to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He won't go down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Wentz going to throw. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 9. Tannehill got him in. It's Brown. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 1st down, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. To throw is Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead is down to 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. On first down, it's Tannehill. Goes underneath for Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you? Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty. Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. And Walker has it. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing is Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. Here comes Humphries on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Nigel Bradham brings him down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you got to expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Brought down by Nate Gary.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Tannehill now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. This is Henry. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Now Tannehill. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Tannehill in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Tannehill. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Carson Wentz and the Eagles make their way out to the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wentz going to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Waiting. Check 55 tonight.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wentz. That's caught by Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. And that might be Titan football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Check 53. Crunch time, defense.
They'll run it again with Henry. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready? 27, Mike 27. Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill dumps it off to Lewis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Check, tight right. Go up there, check it out.
Now Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Ready? Push him back. Push him back.
Wentz now on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Into the red zone. Wentz. And it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Elliott puts this one through. And they take the lead out in front at 13 to 12. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's see what you got.
To throw is Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, not only did they block it, the awareness to go and grab it and then take it into the end zone for 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, Big Fifth.
Here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Tannehill now to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They go with Howard again. Able to power through. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Wentz now to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the draw, here's Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw is Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey!
From the red zone now, Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jayon Brown able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. This is Howard on 2nd down. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big 3rd down, and you have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
after the field goal. Here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 11, a minute 44 to go. They need a touchdown with a two-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Mike 29. Here we go,
On first down, Tannehill. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's second down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Henry, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
17 yards on that play for the Titans. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Tannehill. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra. Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.